I didn't see the video. Oh, we live. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and start this. Okay, well, hello. Hi,
Hello.
hey, Maurice. How you doing, Kev? It's Tuesday night.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Have we ever recorded on a Tuesday night? Do you ever
I
remember?
can't recall. I don't think we have, but hey, we doing it now.
Yes. Hey, Manifa. Hey, girl. Hey. Listen, I know why y'all here. I know why y'all here. I think y'all saw that social media little snip we posted today. So Kev and Janice were like, listen, we did Married at First Sight. Let's do something else. Let's do the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I said, okay. I've watched it. Clearly, Kev watches it. Janice is on her way. She watches it. Hi, Sharita. Hey, Sarah Tiffany. Y'all showing out tonight. And so I said, cool. My schedule's dumb crazy right now, but I'm gonna go watch Real Housewives of Potomac. And oh my God. Season 6, episode 1 is absolutely crazy. I mean, am I alone? Let us know in the comments. Was it not the biggest shade you have ever seen? Kev, give me your one by ones. First of all, how do you think everybody looked? Everybody looked like money to me, if you ask me.
Everybody looked decent. Everybody looked presentable. Everybody stepped up a little bit. So in comparison to the previous season, everybody has done a little improve on what they was looking like. Mainly they're Wendy. I definitely noticed some changes. We'll call them some changes.
Can we talk about Wendy real quick?
Yeah.
I see Monique, but everybody is. Listen, Wendy. She had a lot of work done during the panini.
Are we calling it a lot of work? Do we think it's a lot of work? What's the fried chew? You think it's a lot?
That was a lot of work. See, tonight I'm gonna have to eat me a little something as we record. This is not what we do. Because this is what I was doing when I was watching the episode. I was like, I was stressed.
You were stressed?
Happy in this. She had her breast done. She clearly had a tummy tuck, Kev.
Yeah.
And her booty was done.
Okay. I just didn't consider it. I feel like that was a one-stop shop. No, you don't feel like that was just...
Yeah.
Like she
absolutely.
did all that together. So when you say a lot done, my assumption is that you mean over time it's just like going back and forth and back and forth. I feel like she just knocked it all out in one big old shebang.
She had a lot of work done.
Still a lot.
Let's just keep it real. She had a BBL plus the breast. She had a BBL plus, and if that's what you want to do it. My thing is, you're gonna be ecstatic about getting your breast done. Just go ahead and tell them that you got your butt done too, girl. And they done blew her out the water and showed a booty shot. I ain't like how they did that. That was just embarrassing. That was a bit much.
She had to know that somebody was gonna show us. Like somebody,
I was like, they didn't have to be messy like that. They didn't have to do that.
Yes, they did.
No,
If
they
didn't
did not
do it,
have to do
if
that.
they didn't do it, the internet was going. Somebody who know Wendy was gonna do it. So they just decided they was just gonna go ahead. Let me just go on and insert right here. Go on and drop this clip in here.
Listen, this is true, Tiffany. Like at least her BBL was not like over the top. Okay,
I don't think it was either. I think she looks good.
Okay, so Sharita, you feel as though she had facial work done? I mean, I can't because they wear so much makeup because they are on camera. Mm-hmm. It's sometimes hard for me to notice who has had what work done on their face. It's a little if it's not super high cheekbones, it's hard for me to guess. Like it's true, it's really hard because Wendy does wear a tremendous amount of makeup.
I don't know if she definitely. I don't. Maybe I have to watch it again. I don't know if she had. I didn't notice. I noticed that she looked better. I'll say that. I noticed that she looked better, in my opinion, than what she looked like in the last season. Not to say that she's out here looking bad. I just noticed there was a difference. So,
okay, I'm back. Hold on.
You good? You good?
I'm back. I see how I'm paused on Facebook.
Yeah, I thought you was stuck. I was waiting. I was waiting for the change.
I saw how I looked. I
was. Yes, Sharita. She does look a little softer. She was a little.
So y'all was trying to say she had the strong face.
I ain't saying that. She looks softer than what she looked like before.
Okay. I see. I mean, we're telling it like it is. This is the review of the show. This is what happens. So if somebody wanted to review us,
Tiffany,
said.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Marie. She's having a port scan attack. That's exactly what she was having. Yo, Mia just looked like.
Okay, so hold on. Let's push Mia back because she knew. Okay. Or maybe we should dress her first because she's new. Mia, I liked Mia. I think
it's a lot going. It's definitely a lot going. And I'll put it in these terms. Like when I used to watch Kardashians, and I used to look at Bruce Jenner, and it would just disturb. I was like, something is going on. Something is, or fast forward to now, the show on BET with all the girl group members and Aubrey. And I'm looking at.
Did you see this? Was this about this?
She must be talking about Wendy. She must be. Monifa must be talking about Wendy. But so the reaction that I had, the visceral reaction that I had to looking at Mia was just kind of like the same reaction that I had whenever I used to glance at Bruce on screen in the Kardashians.
Bruce was going through a change.
Or before the change, I mean, or when I would see more recently when I watched the encore with all them girl group members, and I see Aubrey, and I'm looking at her face like, what in the Big Ange and
R.I.P. to Big Ange. Thank you.
What in the Big Ange and Kim Zolciak is going on with her face? So it's just really with Mia. She seemed like a sweet girl, but it's just a lot going on. Like I know that if I saw her in person, I got to tame my eyes because it's like when you meet somebody and they got a wig on, and it's a distraction. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a big distraction because no matter how sweet the person is, it's like my body is focused on, oh my God, what is happening? What's happening? Okay. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, listen, baby. I thought Mia was nice. I think she kind of blew everybody out the water when she. Oh, and she said she was 36. Yes. Okay, so she did have a little math issue.
So wait a minute. I feel like she lying there. Because
I don't think she
start
shooting
36. Out I don't think she's 36. I feel like she lying. She starts shooting out some numbers, and somebody immediately, the engineer in me started adding. I said, "Wait a minute, let me calculate." And she sounded like she didn't know. She was like, what I say, 38 years. That took me back to Phaedra and not knowing when her baby was due or
Was
when the
due.
baby
Yeah. Listen.
So so the moral of the story, do not get on reality television and volunteer a lie. If you don't want people to know, just don't mention it. Don't get up there and start flapping your damn gums, and before you know it, whoops, somebody then start adding that shit up. Something's not adding up.
Listen.
Not androgynous. Not androgynous. I was with Mia until she started with that math thing. I said, oh, sweet girl. Honest girl about this plastic surgery. Then she started talking about that math. And I said, that conversation, something sound like a lie.
Okay, I'm sorry if I seem disengaged. We're trying to get Janice in the room, and one of our guests this week for Thursday's episode, because we do drop the episode on Thursdays now. This week's episode is going to be absolutely hilarious. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's going to be one for the books.
Don't Mia them. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it's one for the book. So I will relay that one of our guests this week, he wants to join us tonight because he saw the episode too, and he said, "Oh, you better let me in. I need to come talk about it." But the one thing about Mia that I thought was so interesting was she relayed that she had clitoral surgery. I had never heard of such a thing. Like, I've heard of vaginal rejuvenation surgery. That is when it's pulling it all back together. But she had clitoral surgery. Now I need somebody in the comments to
Yeah, that's not my ministry. All I heard, I was just going off the context clues, and the other girls was like, somebody done pounded that shit beyond recognition. Somebody. That's all they kept saying.
I mean, I just couldn't understand, because she relayed when she had children that something happened. I've never had children. I can only imagine, right?
You think the children knocked it out of whack? Is that
what
you're trying to say?
I mean, I can understand the vaginal part, but the clitoral update, I was not aware of. Exactly. Thank you, Nicole. I just never heard of that. That was new.
What y'all trying to say? That's a lie? You think she lying about that too?
No, because she jumped out there with it. Like,
well, she had already at that point. She was already 15 minutes into a volunteer lie, so she could have been lying about that too.
I don't know why you would lie about, because I couldn't keep up. I know
that American public is gonna start Googling and try to figure out what the hell it is.
We all need to figure out what it is. Thank you, Sharita. Let us know in the comment what you find, because I have never heard a thing. Here go Janice. Hey, Janice. She getting her mic set up. Can you hear us?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
have you ever heard about clitoral surgery?
She going right in.
No. I've never heard of it. But you know what? I'm not surprised. It's a surgery for everything. Everything that can be out of place, honey, can be put right back in place.
You right. Hey, Brandon.
Toenails included. Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about Mia and her clitoral surgery and everything that, and we already addressed, what's her name?
Who?
Wendy.
Wendy too, with her new breast, her BBL plus the breast, pretty much.
Right. And you know what? I think she had more than her breast done, because it seemed like the doctor was kind of focused on that tummy as well.
Well, we already went over that,
the BBL
clearly.
Okay, and I ain't mad at it. I mean, she looked good.
But did she really need it for her tummy?
Did she really need it?
She might not
just
have
had
needed
that
it,
baby.
She might have just wanted it.
I think she has 3 kids. And when you do breastfeed, your breasts do. I mean, she says she breastfed her kids for a long time. I think 2-3 years old. So that's about 6 years. Of breastfeeding. She,
So you think
she might have needed something.
she moved that skin from her stomach to her butt?
She had something had to give.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Skin?
Or the fat.
Fat.
I'm sorry. I was just a little confused.
Politically correct.
But I mean, she did, and at first I was like, why they care about what?
But they didn't really focus on her butt like that, though.
They took a moment at a time to address it. They did a straight up. I mean, I was very disappointed in the show for that. They did a booty shot of her, and I was like, really? Because
you can't be disappointed. Like either they was gonna do it or Black Twitter was gonna do it. They had to get the first move in.
It was a whole sip and see and chat and chew about her boobs, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just don't understand, like, if she's talking about the boobs, if she did have work to her butt, like, why wouldn't she say, I had work from, because I mean it's the same thing.
Because she give a damn what y'all think about her. That's why.
Okay. But it's the same thing.
Her whole platform when she came on was being authentic with 6 degrees, right?
But I feel like you still could be authentic and have some work done. I mean, your body might not be authentic, but the mind is still the same.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I believe that she's well, but real quick, back on Wendy, just really, really quick. How do we feel about her children eating those nipple cupcakes?
They couldn't identify what it was.
Because that must be because her nipples don't look like that. Because when I looked at them nipples, when I saw them, I said that don't look like none of the titties that I grew up seeing. That don't look like none of the ones that I grew up seeing look like big old black record disc or something. I said that I wouldn't know what it is either. So
oh my goodness. I was so happy the kids didn't know what it was, but you know what? That was such a mommy moment for you to get, like, for you to do so with your kids, and you just sit back and laugh at them like they don't even know they eating breast right now. Right.
Nipple.
10 years from now, they're gonna be traumatized by that.
Yes, and their friends in college are gonna be like, "You remember when you was eating this titty on there? You remember that?"
You know what it was?
And the parents. I guess it would be us, but I wouldn't play it out on TV. They were like, how you like that cupcake? What do you think that cupcake is?" And they were like, and they sniffed it. They went.
I mean, it was brown, so they had
chocolate?
To make sure is this chocolate or is it shit? Because
is it doodle?
Right.
Okay, so how do we feel about Ashley? She was good and pregnant, Chad.
What are we talking about? Ashley
she was so. Hey y'all, she looked so cute pregnant. To me, she looked better pregnant than. I'm just starting with the positive.
She doesn't agree. That's what.
You think she looked cute? I thought she looked
good. My whole concern. I thought the theme of the party was a nude. She wore white.
She probably couldn't fit in nothing.
Brandon, they do whatever the hell they want to do. They do whatever the hell they want to do.
Message
well, maybe that might be her nude, right?
Right. There you go.
The hell it ain't. Maybe her husband knew.
Y'all, let me tell you something. The review of Real Housewives of Potomac is gonna be Shay Day Boots. So y'all just come join us every week now. We are always gonna drop an episode on the podcast platforms, but we're gonna be talking about this show, and something tells me it's just gonna get worse.
But you know what? We gotta give her the benefit of the doubt this time, y'all. She about to drop that baby any day now. She probably couldn't fit in anything new. And then, as the pandemic going on, she probably couldn't find nothing. So we're gonna get her past this time.
Okay.
Not with them shoes, though. Not with them shoes. Yeah, not with
right.
them shoes.
Like the swollen ankles.
Again, that might be the only shoes she could fit on her feet, y'all.
Was I the only person who paused? Because I'm watching the DVD. I'm pausing it like, ma'am, It is not going to close. What are you? What are you? And she just hobbled on over there. She was just like, well, I changed my shoe. I said, bitch, put them sneakers back on that you had, or them boots or whatever the hell you had on.
She should
have them sausages and some sandals. Come on now.
Let me tell you something. She did look pretty pregnant. I don't know if I would have been able to I don't know if I would have been able to go. I'm sure she was glad she did. Because if y'all can tell, if y'all know the DMV or if you live here, it looked like Wendy lived damn near in Delaware.
Past Baltimore, it looked like on that map.
I was like, where's she living? Aberdeen?
It got me thinking, how the world she even on the show?
How she get on the show? But see,
lying, lying.
But Robin also lives like near like Arundel Mill. She's up here.
Well, how y'all be knowing where they live? Y'all be driving past their house and whatnot?
No, because it says where they live.
During that part on the show, I just be, reaching into my bag of popcorn, or I be cooking something. I don't be paying attention.
I never paid attention to that either, Kev.
Yeah, she moved into some. I mean, it was just something me and my mom kind of picked up on. We were like, oh, she lived in Arundel Mills. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it says Wendy is in Owings Mills. It looked like she was past that though, Tiffany. Like they were above Baltimore. It looked like
they could have been
Wait a minute.
too. They could have been exaggerating for just a little.
Because Owings Mills isn't like it's like right there, but they were like, whoop. I said, good Lord.
Can somebody clarify when the women were saying that they had never been to Wendy's house? Didn't they go to Wendy's house for something last year?
I thought they did too.
No, it was like a.
Did she move? Oh, it wasn't at her house.
I think it was an event space. That baby with that baby blessing or something that she had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't at her house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So speaking of Arundel Mills, Robin Dixon.
Hold on. First, while we was on Ashley, we skipped through the main point.
What?
Said that her and her husband had not had sex for 4 months.
He don't want to do it.
I was like, that's crazy.
Well, they've been having a rocky marriage since the beginning of the show. So what's
that's true?
That's crazy.
Or are they doing this for ratings? Is this shit
Must be.
Yeah, it gotta
be. That's crazy.
After a while, we're gonna get tired of hearing about their marriage problems.
Right.
It's gonna get real old.
Maybe it's traditional marriage. Maybe it's just an arrangement.
Well, if you marry your father, it should be an arrangement, right?
Oh.
But wait a minute, her father didn't want nothing to do with her. That's not her father.
And apparently her husband don't want it either.
Her father didn't want nothing to do with it. Kind of like, I remember I was having a conversation with one of my siblings, and I was like explaining the whole Kenya with her mom, Kenya from Atlanta Housewives situation. And I said, I was like, yeah, Kenya got a mom. It's just her mom don't want nothing to do with her. Kind of like Ashley Darby and her dad. They just don't want shit to do with her. So,
wow.
Right.
She didn't marry him.
She pick a man that's the same way. It's just sad.
Right. It's a what y'all say? It's a pattern.
Yeah.
You got to destroy the pattern. End the pattern.
So. I mean, if that's the type of relationship that she chooses to have. That is on her. It's a very
ain't nobody in no marriage choosing not to have sex. That's like one of the top reasons you're married. Come on now.
I mean, I'm talking about him being. To me, he reminds me of some type of bird. He looks like a bird.
Here we go. Here we go. I know. Yep. That's always has to go to an animal with her.
He look like a bird. Does he not look like a dang on bird? Like, hi, Ashley.
I need you to specify.
He just might have
never seen a bird that looked like that or look like him.
He look like okay. All right, give me time. I give you a side by side next week. But he just reminds me of some sort of bird. But it's there because Ashley just reminds me of classy, but she probably can be a little ghetto. And she it just is a weird. It's ghetto. Like she a little past ghetto. She ghetto, and like you could tell she probably be at the little hood clubs unassuming, and then she'll be popping and twerking it on the side of the stage. You know, like I feel like you could see her at Grits and Biscuits doing a split in the corner.
I don't know about Grits and Biscuits. Maybe something with a little bit more Caucasian people.
I feel like that would be her.
Thank you.
I don't know about Johnny,
but I feel like she a sister girl when she want to be a sister girl.
No, the way that she sound. No, the way that she sound. No, no, ain't no sister girl.
I mean, just because I know people who have spoken very proper and were of mixed race, and when you take them to some places, baby, they show out on you.
But her primary parent was African American, right?
The sister girl.
But she identified with the white. That's
and I think her uncle raised her too. Was white. So
yeah.
I don't know. We might have to get her on.
And wasn't her relationship with her mom strained too? So I think that she wasn't really close with her mom until maybe when the show started. So
she act like it's all about money with them. So I don't know. Like she's always needing something or paper.
I think their relationship from the beginning and now, since she has kids, I think. Well, on the show, it appears that their relationship has gotten a lot better from the beginning.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was embarrassed. I was like, the mamas on here. Whew, it's just they be having a hard time with their daughters. Okay. Real talk. Okay.
That's not an accident though. Them producers know what the hell they doing. They casting them mamas too. So
well, think about it. It can't be how many lionettes can there be in one room or in one house?
I'm just saying. Okay, so speaking of mamas,
but who mama the worst though?
Candace mama. Speaking of mamas, Candace is a mother this season. She has bonus children. How do y'all feel? First of all, how do you all feel about Candace now that Monique is out of the picture?
I love Candace. I don't know what it is. Yeah. I don't know what it. Well, I do know what it is. She reminds me of somebody that I know personally that is kind of the same stature, come from the same area as Candace. Kind of reminds me a lot of her. And so every time I see Candace, I see that girl. So I always have a soft spot for her, even when she do wrong.
Do we know this person?
No.
Oh,
you don't know them because I met her in grad school.
Thank you, Monifa. And maybe it's a tall woman thing. I just feel like Candace represents, no shade to our shorter women of the world, but she's that little demographic. See how I use that? Our shorter demographic of women, or a demographic of women who are shorter, who is like the little chihuahua. They just
I just said she reminds me of a bird, like a Tweety or something. But yes, Candace has to grow on me because sometimes I feel like she starts.
She's a little childish. She can be a little juvenile. But I still love her.
But what Erica says about what's the other girl, light skinned girl,
Mia,
Ashley Darby.
Ashley, what Erica says about Ashley, I actually feel that way about Candace. Like
she
now,
can
I
get
can see
hood.
Candace
Some
biscuits twerking.
Absolutely.
So.
I could see her getting in there and maybe popping. And she went to Howard, but listen, okay, she went to Howard, but there is a very bourgeois-esque type of personality that the Howard women have, and I think she's Greek too. So I could see her probably popping it a little bit and then being like, girl, I ain't got time to be up in here like this. Like I could just see her being like, oh, my edges are wet. And then I could just see Ashley coming out of the side like, I'm gonna show you how to really pop this thing on the side of the stage.
No,
That's
with
how
Johnny.
I
I feel like Ashley will be out of her element in Grits and
I don't
Biscuits.
think so.
I don't see that happening.
So.
But that whole
Candace couldn't do math either. It was a whole issue with math. Why she couldn't help the little girl with math?
Yeah, now that okay.
Now
that was pretty bad.
The math that they doing these days, I don't know shit about that math that they doing.
No, this was a simple word question with math.
It was basically.
Am I dumb? Am I?
No, no,
math used to
no.
be my
Candace
best
won't there
subject.
though. Candace won't there.
I
No,
was looking at the problem like, what the hell?
No,
I
it was
like,
it was a word problem. It was a word
Yes.
problem, and it was
I
very
remember.
simple. Just take the difference of the two. That's
Yep.
all it was.
Oh,
That's
I thought
all
y'all
it
was
was.
talking about when they was talking about the age difference.
No,
Okay.
but
Well, that's what
was
I'm
that
saying.
really the answer? Because that sounded like a trick problem to me. 'cause
No,
it's-
it wasn't trick. It was not.
Straight up and down.
But the whole
Okay,
situation
y'all.
with her and Monique, Monique was wrong, and that's just, I feel like Monique was wrong in that situation.
She might have been wrong, but I still think she the flies one on it.
Who,
Well,
Monique?
she not on there no more.
Yeah.
You know what? So how do
don't
y'all
miss
feel
her.
about that? How do y'all
I
feel
don't
about?
miss her.
I liked Monique. I feel as though I feel like she allowed her emotions about all of it to totally get the best of her. Because I feel like Monique too. If I just get way beyond my limit of dealing with people, I have a spirit of Papa Ho, and it just be on me. But I feel as though, in that moment,
It was the non-remorse part.
Right.
I feel like she had remorse later.
It was too late by that time.
Hold on. I feel like she had remorse for how she acted. This is me assuming, which I hate to do, but from what I could see, I could tell that she had emotions about, how, not what she did, like popping her. Like the way I feel.
She
if
said
I
the
was
girl
Monique,
didn't deserve that on
I'm
the last season.
I'd have got her too. I just wouldn't have got her on camera.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and crucify Monique. The reality is, Candace has done a lot of things to a lot of the women on the show. So
she has.
Yeah, honestly, I think
What words? They all use words. They all.
Yeah.
And my thing is, if that's the case, Monique should have been popped off on a lot of other people before even Candace even arrived on that show. And that's
So
I feel like the same energy you gave her, you should have gave all them other girls that popped off like that on you. What about Gizelle? Somebody should be. She should have beat Gizelle ass up.
It was like an antagonist. I'm telling you, coming from a tall woman, and Johnny's is tall too. It is something about when a smaller woman does this little number right here in your face.
What y'all want to do?
And I'd be like, it don't matter if it was a table, a brick wall, whatever in between them. But when you see somebody pop like this, you just be like, wow, I just feel this. My hand would start shaking because I'd be like, "Wow!" And it would have I can't tell you. I don't know if I would have pulled her weave because the way she pulled and popped at her, that was that.
So let me ask y'all this: if it weren't Candace and somebody else did the same exact thing, say Gizelle did the same exact thing, do you think Monique would have done the same thing?
I feel I can't.
No.
I don't know. I can't answer
so.
that because I feel like Gizelle when she
like
talked,
a bully, to be honest.
So you think you feel like Monique knew that she could take her, so that's why she did it to her.
Knew, like Candace is not like
I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
Like,
I
she
didn't
feel
get
like
that.
she can get away with it.
No,
because she had no remorse too.
I didn't get that.
It's their relationship that made her so upset. They were close, and she hasn't had that kind of relationship with Gizelle. Her and Gizelle barely even like each other from the beginning. So, yeah.
Well, what about Karenn then?
But see, I don't see that because I feel like when they talk trash to you, they talk trash to you like this, and you're just a broke hoe from Hampton University. She wasn't bopping her head versus Candace does a whole lot of like flex. These hands, that little neck bob, that little wig moving. It was everything you're used to dealing with.
Though. I love that.
I mean, and that's cool. But
I'm always in the front row seat of shit.
But
like
those
that.
are the triggers of hood girls that I know I grew up with. They used to do this little poppity pop, and see when you bop your neck enough times. It's really about the bop.
Don't forget the butter knife.
I really feel like
butter knife. She threw a butter knife.
Oh, that wasn't gonna hurt nobody. I really feel like,
but that wasn't that Monique.
I really feel like Monique could have still been there, but for the fact that it was like Monique, there are cameras. There are
I love you,
cameras.
Auntie.
So Monique was like denying and lying and saying this didn't happen. I was like, bitch, that was we all saw it.
Just
like,
own
what
it.
you mean? Do we need to play it back for you? You did.
But Kevin, she saving that ass whooping for Candace because she wanted to fight her when she was pregnant, but she couldn't.
She did.
So that was definitely her not being pregnant. Now I'm gonna show you what I want to do. Last or was it the same season? I can't remember, but she was saving that ass whooping for Candace. That's what that was.
Do you think she'll be back? Do y'all think that Monique will be back?
If her husband was smart, he wouldn't let her come back on there.
But you know what?
It's gonna mess the whole brand up.
But they need money. They need.
I mean, no, I don't.
No, they're not
broke.
broke. It's still a stream of income. Like,
but she probably has other streams going on.
It ain't worth it.
Okay,
honestly,
so
I feel like some of the girls were jealous of Monique.
Because happiness is hard to come.
So that's a no. Y'all don't think she's coming. I feel like Monique will be back.
I would love for Monique to come back, but from a business. But you know what? They wrong for that because Portia dragged the hell.
Portia was demoted too. Portia she
for a living.
She came back, but she ain't had no peach. She ain't had no peach.
Well, you talking about when she got fired, but everybody made a big deal. Like these girls wouldn't even take with Monique. They were saying they didn't feel safe with Monique, so I feel like they took it to another level. Like
Portia dragged old girl Kenya, because I'd have been dragged Kenya over again.
Okay,
then you had Dungeon Gate or whatever it is. They had that thing against Candy. Her, so I mean, and here Portia is thriving and surviving and taking people's husbands.
Everybody know Portia yanking Kenya hair was even my mama. I watched the episode with my mama. Everybody was like, "Yeah, Kenya." She was asking for it. She was begging for it. So she got what she deserved. Ain't nobody felt like there was no remorse needed from Portia at that point. That's why I feel like Portia was still there.
But then why do we not have the same regard when it comes to Candace?
Exactly.
I didn't say she shouldn't be back on the show. I just said I don't miss her from the show. Like, to me, if she's there, it's good. If she's not, okay. Like, it doesn't feel any different for me.
Yeah,
the show doesn't feel
Monique
different
on here.
Well,
we need Monique on the show.
I believe.
Yeah, we do.
Pulled. I think she has the binder that Monique put together because she was coming for. Not Karen. Yes, Karen. She was coming for. She had the binder for Monique.
Hold on, a hot box.
So hold on. Let's hold off on Karen. Gizelle. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Gizelle got dragged.
Her
eyelashes. Her eyelashes cinched off.
Issue with Gizelle. Y'all
her eyelashes went like this. As Karen was reading her film.
Let Brandon go. Go ahead, Brandon.
My issue with Gizelle is the way she dresses.
See, and you know what? And shout out to the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha. We took an L. Yesterday, hard.
She's one of those women who gives Vanessa Williams vibes, and she gives all she ever had to do was show up, and she's not really. Come on,
show it up.
And the crazy part is this is my issue with Gizelle, y'all. Gizelle is so pretty to be acting so ugly. That's like my issue with her. Like, you're so pretty to act so ugly. And then all she had to do, really, she's so pretty, put her hair down, put a white t-shirt on, some jeans. She look good every day. Keep it simple. Keep it real simple. Like, she don't even need to do all what she's doing. But her attitude is so ugly.
I think she's a little much. She's a little much.
So listen, I'm gonna be contrarian. I like Gizelle. Like, I like her. She reminds me of somebody that I know too. That y'all don't know. That I went to high school with.
A bird.
Yeah. She's kind of bird like, and I like her. But let me say this. Yes, Gizelle has some ways that are controversial, but she gives us the entertainment that we need. If she wasn't there, if she wasn't there, we would not be watching. Like, she stirred the shit up.
Wait, no. I disagree. I disagree. The lead housewife is Karen.
Okay. I'll give you that.
And
I'll give you
like
that.
Karen. I like Karen.
But I feel like Karen and Gizelle are codependent. I feel like they both need to be there. I feel like it was just Karen, it would not pop. If it was just
Robin
Gizelle, it would not pop.
Are codependent.
Yeah.
The green-eyed monsters, the green-eyed bandits are codependent.
And the only reason Robin is still up there is because everybody, once Robin and her ex-husband get remarried, there's gonna be no more storyline, and she's gonna be gone off the show.
Wait a minute, are they gonna get married?
They need the money.
They're not gonna get married because she's gonna want to stay on the show. That's the only story. Everybody just waiting for that to happen. Get married
because she keep getting up at 12 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Hey y'all, that is a real. Hey y'all,
that conversation struck a nerve. It struck a nerve.
But let me tell y'all, I think she might be depressed. So let me tell y'all. So y'all know me, like I'm the type of person, like I haven't watched all the old shows. So I'm going back watching shows from when like COVID, right? And they have these sad commercials on there. Like, I'm like, oh my God, it's taking me back to COVID. Y'all, people didn't realize when we're going through it. Like, I really feel like that we don't realize how hard some people took COVID. Yeah. And I really think that she really took it really hard. Like, I really think she is.
I mean, some people did. Some people
did. Did she take it hard or is she lazy? Now, come on now.
But she had a whole headline business, you know, all of those things going on before COVID.
But she is staying in the bed until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. What the fuck are you doing? You in the bed to 2 o'clock.
She was a realtor. She was remodeling a home. She had her own hat business. I mean, she was making moves.
I agree. The pandemic did it affected
y'all find them in the comments. The comments are terrible today. That's terrible.
I believe she was depressed. I mean, speaking for myself, the pandemic did
about
do
what? About the pandemic? You think it's about the pandemic? Because for people who say it's because of the kids and she got the kids at home, that was your choice. You had them kids.
So no, but it's the fact that you ain't not like a normal life.
Yeah, it did
have nowhere to go. Yeah. After a while, you waking up to what every day? You know, like the same thing.
I mean, think about how many times we stay in our pajamas teleworking.
She wasn't getting up. Nothing. She wasn't getting up. She was staying in the bed.
She probably didn't have no job. She didn't have no work either. So
right.
I just feel blessed that I was able to work from home, kind of kept me on a routine. My kids had school, because if you didn't have that, you know, you never know how you would have taken the situation.
Yes, absolutely.
So wouldn't say you're unattractive for waking up at 2.
Okay, let me tell you something. Juan Dixon, if you grew up here in the DMV, you would see Juan. He played for the what were they called back in the day? The Bullet. Well, no, was he a wizard? Was he a wizard or a Bullet?
He probably was a wizard. He seemed more like
he was at University of Maryland. He was at University of Maryland, and I can't remember if he was a wizard or whatever. Anywho, first of all, that man is beautiful, but
yes, he is.
On national television, if he would have said that it's not attractive, see, honey, listen.
Didn't he say that? I thought he did. He
said it's not.
He said it's a turn off. He said it's a turn off.
If that was me, I would have waxed him across that floor. Like,
yeah,
you want to know? Let me tell you what I would have said. You want to know what's not attractive is me holding you down when your business is, when your money wasn't right. But I'm still here. I would have said, help me through whatever I'm going through, versus just saying it's unattractive and leaving me to my own devices to feel a certain way about it. I feel like as a husband, he should have handled that a lot better. It was a very tactless conversation.
Friend, you giving.
I think he was just being honest to his wife. That's how I took it.
I do too.
She could have been honest back and said, and remember when you ain't have a pot to piss in, and what you say, Brandon?
That would have been defensive. That would have been
a window to throw it out of.
Then who can? Like, he probably needed that honest moment with her, because he's probably already given her hints before. So it's like, okay,
was it the fact that he did it on camera? Was it the
Erica,
fact that he did it on camera that is off-putting to you, Erica? That he said it on camera? Because I'm with Janice. He was just being honest with her, and
I don't think he was being mean. I don't think he was trying to be mean at all. Or malice.
What were you about to say, Brandon? Before I go into it,
I was just saying you're giving Karen vibes when she kept saying she had to soldier up for her man, and I had to cover this, and cover that.
I'd have said it because for me, if I am your wife, if we in private and you said that, I'm gonna probably feel hurt about it anyway, because you don't want to be unattractive to your spouse or the person that you love.
It is that she
And the fact that she gets up at 2:00 is I mean, the fact that she is unattractive.
Exactly.
But wait, hold on.
Trying to dig in her ass, like, bitch,
I understand. But I understand. I heard him. I hear you too, baby. But I still feel that I feel like it could have gone a little bit different. I just feel like he should have handled that a little. And we in public. Hell, we weren't even at the house. We at the acai berry shop. Like, what is that?
And she was celebrating him, and he decided to go in like that.
I don't know. I just feel like they've been together so long. Like, you've been together so long. They've been together since they was kids. It's just certain stuff you can say. You can get your husband. You know what he means. And it is what it is. He ain't going to be tactful every time he talks to you. Because I ain't going to be tactful every time I talk to your ass either.
I think the timing was off. If you going somewhere to celebrate me, please don't talk about something.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
She brought it up, didn't she? I thought she brought the conversation.
She did too.
I don't think so. He came out of nowhere with it. Like, and you get up late and you do this and you do that. I was just like, wait.
No, they was talking about Chick-fil-A. That's how. So they was talking about Chick-fil-A. She was like,
they've been eating Chick-fil-A every day.
Every day.
And he was like, yeah, bitch. I feel because your ass is in the bed. Because your ass is in the bed, not making them no breakfast. You in the bed, like real talk. He was like, real talk. You start your day off at 2:00. And she was like, you can't say
I'm more mad at him than her. I'm mad at
hold on. It wasn't he just don't think I'm not married, but I have been in relationships. I just feel like it was terrible timing for that conversation. And if we see that she goes on and it is a mental situation, it was probably a kick in her butt that was just not at the best time at the right place. It wasn't.
What's going on?
No, they should have did it because to you all's point, what he said can be said. I just don't believe it was right timing because I know good and damn well if somebody said that to y'all in public on camera, I know I would have to make a trip to North Carolina and we gonna. Wow. But still, it was just not the timing.
I feel like it just spilled out because she said the comment about the Chick-fil-A, and he probably had already been sick of her shit at that point. But when she said that, he was like, as a matter of fact,
let me ask y'all
just so you can get it. As a matter of fact, your ass ain't been waking up until 2:00 in the day. That's why they eating the Chick-fil-A.
I'm sorry. The comments is really telling it like it is. I'm just saying. I would have gone for his. I would have gone for his neck right there.
But do you think the cameras follow them all times and then play what they want to play? Like maybe this was the only opportunity that they had to kind of have this. I'm pretty sure they talked about it more afterwards, but it probably was like the only opportunity. It was like, okay, well, we're talking about it now. So what he's supposed to take a note, say, oh, let me wait till the camera go off, and then I'm gonna remember.
He was gonna give her the raw right then and there, which is what he should have done. I don't.
Is that? Hold on, Kev. Wait, what are you saying, Kev? Because you know that Kev likes to buy into the fake fuckery. What were you saying, Kev?
What? I'm sorry, what?
The fake fuckery. So you're saying that it was perfect timing for him to say that to his wife?
Nah, I'm saying that
when she brought up Chick-fil-A,
it was already been bugging him. That shit already been bugging him. And when she brought it up, he said,
it was in the back of his mind anyway.
Right.
I would, me personally, I probably wouldn't have been offended because it's not like it's somebody off the street. It's your spouse. That's why people love the show. They like the realness of it. She ain't the only one that probably went through that. They might help somebody. Who knows?
Everybody to, on opinion, just know, if I'm on TV and I have a husband and he decide he want to break down something like that, y'all might want to just go ahead and yell, cut.
Well, Erica, in this pandemic, a lot of couples ain't been making it anyway. So
yeah, the pandemic is the real. The pandemic is the real panini press. Either you gonna make it or you not.
Right.
And would you rather your husband be true to you and tell you the truth than hold it in and then?
Again, it's the time. It was the place. He should have said that, and I do not disagree with what he said. It was where he was and how he went. If you got an issue like that, unless this was fake news, y'all, because again, this is a show. Again, this is a show.
Somebody said they do a lot of editing, so we don't know what the actual conversation.
And then people are really banging it in about this partner, not spouse situation. Okay,
well, they used to be married. That's why I keep saying it.
But I mean, to me, ain't no point in them having no big old wedding. They just need to go in the courthouse. They done did this before, but to each his own. But again, it's the place and time. I don't care if it's reality TV. If we was at the house, I probably would have had to eat the bullet a little bit better than that.
Niggas are not thinking about that. They're not thinking about
he would have to think about it if it was me.
That shit is just coming
out.
But
you done did worse than that on TV. So.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's fine. But just know, just know that if you decide to pull that type of card on me, you better have your Joker come out of nowhere. No, I'm not a grudge holder. But if you go beyond a certain realm with me and it's on national TV and you want to go there, you just be prepared for me to step outside that little boundary too. And then when I step outside of it, I'm a monkey stomp you right while I'm out there. And then you're gonna probably be like, it's time to go home. I'll be like, I was thinking the same thing. Love you though.
Valerie just said the pandemic was a lot of people's excuse to leave their marriage. Kind of like that segue in Chick-fil-A.
Where they going now? Where they going?
Be alone.
Yeah, but what's sad is you don't need a segue, baby. If you ain't happy, just go.
Right.
Just go.
People don't have the strength. What Whitney Houston say? I didn't know my own strength. You didn't know.
You almost made me spit out my drink. Yeah, don't be blaming it. I'm like Judge Judy. She's sick of people talking about pandemic on her show. Don't be using that shit as no excuse.
This actually happened like during the pandemic. Like this, we got to think.
It did.
It did. The past, they recorded in the past, so
it did.
People still getting pandemic benefits. So why she's tired of talking about? Never mind. That's another story for another day.
Brandon, we might have to have you back next week. We have these updates. Brandon gonna be coming back with the whole. He was like, I have notes about this episode.
Nice. Period.
So who do we have left? Have we addressed everybody? Are we back? Are we down to Karen?
Karen Huger.
What did y'all say about Mia?
Yeah, we kind of talked about Mia. What I said was that she, the surgery is just a little drastic for me, and that looking at her is like it's kind of like. Yeah, it's kind of like distracting. It's like when I looked at Bruce Jenner before he turned into Christian or Caitlyn Jenner.
It's giving Joan Rivers or Lil' Kim for me, friend.
Yeah, it's too much. That is too much.
It's distracting.
It's Michael Jackson too much.
It's distracting. Yeah. It's distracting. It's a conversation. It like if I met her in person, I ain't, she's talking to me. I'm not able to concentrate on shit she's saying. I'm just looking at what the hell is going on in front of me.
But did y'all see the shade that Wendy was throwing to her? Because Wendy was like, "Oh, I ain't have the what you had, nothing." Right. I was
like, Wendy was hating. Wendy wanted to be about her.
Now, Wendy did not need to do that because first of all, you ain't even honest about all the shit that you did.
That's true.
And it's like a tattoo. Like once you start, you can't stop. So she may not even be done with her journey herself.
But I respect her for being honest about it. I mean,
honest about a little bit that she was honest about.
No, I'm talking about Mia. Mia.
I think Mia will turn out to be. I think she will be fine. I think she was given what the show really. I think that she was given what the show is really about: a housewife. You know, who has money, to me, she
but
was just given
she's a boss woman, though. She has her own.
She got her own businesses, and she done married a man who's, double her age almost. I was like, well, give it to him, girl.
We don't know what her age is, remember, because she up there voluntarily lying. We don't know.
She said she's 38. I'm sorry, I think she's older than 38.
Let me tell you what the clairvoyants tell me. She is a good 44 years old. She look good though, but she's a good 44 years old. But the thing is, she voluntarily lie. She up there telling people that it's 38 years between them, and she don't even know. She didn't. If you're gonna tell a lie, at least calculate that shit before you come up
the
there
numbers
on the
right.
screen. Yes.
Why was they calculating so fast in their head? All their faces were puzzled.
I was doing the math. They was doing the math.
Right. One of somebody should just pulled out their phone. They should have did.
That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done.
30s though.
No, she's lying like Beyonce, and I love Beyonce, but
she looks like that girl that wore
same lie.
She looks like that girl that wore makeup in high school, and then you see them 20 years later, you'd be like, "Whoa."
Some people just don't age well.
Yeah, she did not age well.
Because Beyonce said she's 38 too, right?
Child,
Beyonce turning 40 this year or next year. This year, she turned 40 this year, right?
Yeah. I guess so, baby. I don't know. I didn't keep. I don't be keeping up with people's age for real. I think Mia. I think she may look older because she's had so many. I feel like as Black people, we can't have as many procedures. Like we can't do.
I'm sorry.
Like
Mia's Black. Mia's Black.
Her mama Black. Yeah. So I don't believe when we have. Her mama's Black. I feel like when you are Black and you have surgeries like that, we don't look right. But when you are from the Caucasus, you may be able to actually look like you are younger. If you are one of our white brothers and sisters, you might be all right. But when you Black and you get all that work done, you look like you got all that work done.
You may be able to look like it. You said like
because for example,
reference Aubrey O'Day.
Yes, I do understand Aubrey, but for example, what's the little country singer lady? Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, probably 100 years old. Okay,
see, Dolly got somebody on her team to tell her, "No, bitch, this is a little bit."
But Dolly has had work and more work. She just had a lot of work. But when you have, I'm telling you, when you are Black and you get a lot of cosmetic surgery, it looks like cosmetic
like Michael Jackson.
It's so different. It doesn't treat exactly. It doesn't
Michael
do
Jackson
us
looked
right.
so much better before he had surgery.
It just doesn't do well on us.
She just had a birthday, everybody.
But that's not what he wanted to look. He wanted to look like that. He wanted to look like what he looked like. So he had.
That's what I think. That's what Mia want to look like too.
I think Mia.
It's a little jarring. It's a little hard.
I think Mia. She just when you are African American, you do not need to divulge and partake in too many things because it just doesn't work for us. But hey, whatever.
And especially if you don't have us doing it, like you putting futures that are not African American on African American face. So
yes, you trying to get a chin and then a nose.
Don't make sense.
I'm like, go on and wear that big old wide nose. Be your African self. Like love on your features, But when you start to do, it's too much. Okay, so I'm sure Miss Karen has had her some work.
Absolutely.
But y'all, from Karen from the first season to Karen to this season, she aged backwards.
Yeah, she's been taking
Agreed.
I
agree with you wholeheartedly, Janice, because that first season, I was like, what in the... She was giving me Big Ange vibes back then.
But every year she's taking notes, she's improved herself.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I love Karen's energy. I think she's even reading better. She's coming.
Yes, she is.
Even harder than before. I love it. She's my favorite. She's leading the way to me. She runs the show.
Yeah.
Yes, she is. She is mother. She is becoming mother to the show. She really is. She's really becoming mother.
And so mother arrived in a gown, right?
So
I'm not fucking with you, Brandon, because you're trying to make me spit out this drink on this computer. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Come on now.
So can we talk about this read that she did on Gizelle?
She tried.
Okay. Let me say this. Gizelle must have struck a nerve because at one point Karen was not really responding with the same fervence as Gizelle, but when she started talking about certain things, that's when she threw out some shit.
Right. Hey y'all, you know when you when you're younger, right? And you go home and your parents gotta hype you up before you go fight. Like, say somebody was picking at you at school, right? And you go home and tell your parents, they're like, this is what you better do. You better go to school and you do. That's how Karen was on her read to Gizelle. It was almost like she had to go home and practice and say, like, if Gizelle say this, this is what I'm gonna say.
I told you, her whole team is taking notes for her and help coaching her on what to say, how to read. Yeah.
But was it true though? I feel like Karen just was saying shit. I felt like,
we don't know.
What is the
way that Gizelle, like I analyzed the scene. I paused it, I rewinded it, I went back, and I was like, Gizelle looking around like, what the fuck is she talking about?
She always do that, Karen. She always do that.
Right.
She was going around giving people STDs. That's what I was.
She always does.
No. Brandon, Erica, it's a different look around from the reunion from season 5 when Gizelle just really disappointed me season 5 reunion because she just made herself just look so bad.
She did the same thing, Kev. She did. I promise you. She would go.
Why? Because she said. She did. I don't think it was the same look. I don't think.
Go back to the reunion. It is the same. What?
First of all, Gizelle came back so hard this season because she was drugged through the mud last season. She should be super fierce. She should have everything she wants. She should have a husband, boyfriend, whatever, a whole little wardrobe coordination team, whatever. She should be reinventing who she is.
Right.
Instead of having these petty ass conversations with Karen, come on now, it's stupid. But shout out to 757 Hampton on the map. But look at
why she come at Karen like that. Though? I was just sitting there like, this lady too old for this.
But didn't Karen
start it?
Was
not funny.
No, it was Gizelle who said no. Basically, she jumped out there and was like, no, it ain't never gonna be. Basically, they was talking about fixing the relationships, and she was like, no. It ain't gonna happen. Some things, it's just not gonna happen. But see, Gizelle came in the door thinking she was going to
read her,
just kill her, because she was like, I'm gonna just let stuff out little by little. And I guess Karen said, let me resituate myself in this seat. Oh, you want something? Come get it. And not only
got the binder from Monique. That's what
not only did she
like
go
Gizelle
for her
trying to act like Monique.
To me, I just feel like Karen not only stomped her out about who she is, saying that she's a hot box, which could have insinuated a lot of things. But let's be clear. When she said you ain't nothing but a broke hoe from Hampton University, I think my heavenly Father, she ain't go to A&T, honey, because I feel like all of Aggie Land would have showed up on social media. We would have been at her house.
But if it's not a lie,
how
then
dare you? How
mean,
dare you? How do?
But
But
see,
see,
have broke
you said it's
hoes
not a
that
lie?
come from A&T.
You do. You're right.
I'm
You're
just
right.
saying.
You do. You do.
I just don't play. I just don't play
That's
with my
every
institution.
university.
I just don't play with my institution like that. So when she said you ain't nothing, but it's black people. That was a kick to the front tooth. Okay, to the
I think it didn't matter when she went to. I think if she went to UNCG, she would have said you was just a broke hoe.
No. But no, because you on a black show with a woman who is Greek. All of that. Y'all gotta look at what
Karen
she did.
didn't even know the importance because she didn't even go to college. So
Karen knew exactly what she doing.
Right.
She don't respect people with education.
She didn't even go to college, so that might it being an HBCU might not even mean
y'all. She could have just said she was a broke hoe. Okay, she could have literally just said you are a broke hoe, but she had the nerve. She had the nerve to bring the college into it, a historically black private institution into it. Oh my God! And she said you ain't nothing but a broke hoe from Hampton University. I said.
That I told her she practiced that. Somebody gave her information about Gizelle. They said this is what she went to school, and that was her. She practiced that in the mirror, honey. She
took that binder and made a
Exactly. You see my godmother? She said, she said if they had said this about Virginia State University, it would have been a funny. I'd have joined her.
But I do know some hoes from VSU though.
What?
Oh my God! Not me, Val. I love Virginia State University. I would never. Okay, I would never.
She do know some though. She does know some. Is what she's saying.
Well, that's true. Sharita is bringing. Okay, y'all are bringing receipts tonight. This is true. Gizelle doesn't respect education either. She let Wendy know off the rip. That's true because Wendy came with her PhD and all that kitty, you know.
Yeah, but she was getting on our nerves with that. She was getting on our nerves.
Yeah,
we was sick of her shit with that.
Shout out to Monifa, Virginia Union. We got all kind of people in the comments. Listen, honey, she went there, and when I posted the snippet on social media, my inbox about that Hampton drop, it didn't go over too cute with all my Hamptonians. It did not go well, and I agree.
Is that what we're calling them? Hamptonians? Is that what?
That's what. They're Hamptonians.
Yeah.
Yeah,
why did it upset people? I mean, there are hoes at every university, so why does it? Like, as you said,
it's the broke.
It was a dig. It was a super dig. It was a super dig. It's like you are broke.
I think she was saying that's where she was a hoe at. That she was when she was on campus. That's when she was the. That's what I think.
You know what, Janice? You exactly right. That is exactly what she was saying.
That's what she was saying.
I just took it as.
And she done aired some of her dirty laundry. It's Mad Day. So now I'm telling you something that we shared privately, and I'm airing it out to everybody. I don't like that.
Yeah, thank you, Val. She could have just called her a hoe. Easy boots. But she said you was a broke.
Like Johnny said, she was a hoe there.
Let me.
That's you gonna come.
That's a personal story.
Let me tell you something. I understand that.
Yes. Karen.
I understand.
Said, you know what, bitch? You want to go there?
Right. This lady talk about her husband and everything. Because she talk about a university.
She didn't say you were a broke hoe. She said you are a broke hoe. That was a current statement, but I feel
you were a broke hoe from.
I didn't hear word. You are a broke hoe. I heard R, but we could go back. We could regardless.
Semantics. What she meant was, you remember that story that you told me about you hoeing around Hampton, bitch? I'm finna tell it on national television right now. That's
First
what
of
she
all,
was saying.
They weren't friends since Gizelle made that shirt about her husband. Let's start
Right,
right
and
there.
I get that.
Like,
I saw somebody say we only dig at HBCUs and privates and D9s, but when you start talking about somebody's husband and wearing tax and all that
Yeah.
go out the window, honey. When you start
Absolutely.
taking digs at my husband, I don't care who it is.
What
I'm gonna
school
bring it
you
up.
went to? You
Right.
don't care
What school you went to, who your mama or your daddy.
Period.
Everything is up for
Right.
grabs.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying she shouldn't have said what she said. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what. Now, mind you, Gizelle said something about her husband. Did we flinch? We didn't flinch. We was like, oh, she just talking trash. Can you?
Right.
I mean, because it would have stopped the conversation if it was that
It
big.
didn't
Right?
get the same, did it?
It nobody
It
flinched.
definitely didn't, Brandon.
No.
It definitely
Nobody
didn't.
gave a damn.
No,
Ain't nobody
it didn't.
care. But when she said you ain't nothing but a broke hoe from Hampton University, everybody was like this.
Right.
I mean,
because
I'm with Janice. That's
but
that
Karen
personal
paused.
story.
Karen felt that when she talked about her husband. Of course, we ain't gonna care because we don't care about her husband. So what happened was, if you gonna talk about my husband, honey, I'm gonna hit you with like Erica, for instance. Everybody know how much A&T mean to you, right? So if they really want to get at you, honey, they're gonna talk about A&T like a dog.
Yeah,
if you really
yeah.
want to get at somebody, you gonna hit them where it hurt the
Yeah,
most.
then they
So
could,
you
and then
Erica's saying that Karen had the Beyonce moment. She made the world stop.
Right.
Ain't nobody. I mean, let's be clear. No one cared about what was said about her husband. Does anybody see that is an issue? But what made the world go is her comment about the institution and being a broke hoe. We might need to do the psychology on that.
Right.
I think it's the hot box.
Psychology.
It's the hot box. I don't know if it was
The hot box didn't
Right.
really. I had that piece.
It didn't
I
really
had
register.
that piece.
Piece in the biscuit.
I had,
I was like, that's too vague of a comment. I need you to be a little bit
but
more
see,
specific.
I had that little piece. I had that piece of commentary ready for social media. But once I watched it a couple of times as I was working, I was like, nah, this is stuff. If we're doing the dozens, whatever. But y'all, we need to bring a psychologist on here again.
Yeah.
Karen ended the show. And when she ended the show, she even said something we don't even understand. She said, and then that's why we went to Sing Sing. And everybody was like,
I was like, what is that?
I missed that. What is that? What is Sing Sing?
I was gonna Google it. Like, what is
It's coming.
Sing Sing?
It's coming.
I
It's
thought
coming.
that was a prison. Isn't
it is a prison.
No. It's coming. That was a nugget that the producers left us to keep us hooked for the rest of the season.
Because we were all like Sing Sing. We were like at the prison. Y'all went to the prison. But at the end of the day, Latasha, come on, psychologist. Come on, Sarah. We need you in the room, honey. Okay, we're saying.
I think she looked 58 though.
Nobody cared. Look,
You thought she was younger? You thought she was younger?
Yeah, she's younger than that. Younger than that.
I think she looked. If she is 50, I think she looked good.
I would think she is 58 because her husband, they look like they're cresting upon 60, if not already in there.
But her husband's a lot.
Her husband is older than that.
Thank you. That's there it is.
68. She don't look 68, y'all.
She looked like she's like 63, 64. Easy.
Oh,
But regardless,
my
she read her
65-year-old aunties ain't looking like that.
Regardless, she read Gizelle for the filth.
Yeah.
For the filth, not for filth, for the filth. And there was nothing anybody could do to bring her back. And it was merely just because she called her a broke hoe from Hampton. That ended the whole that killed the whole show. Yeah. Everybody was like, well, damn.
To be quite honest, they both give, older women vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Gizelle gives matriarch, but the grand dame is the matriarch. So, yeah. So maybe they
Well,
climbing.
how old do you think Gizelle is?
She got to be like 54, 55.
Who, Gizelle? Giselle?
I would give for Gizelle a good 47,
Giselle
48.
is in her 40s, ain't she?
Yeah, I would give her a good 47.
Absolutely not. She went to Hampton University, the esteemed Hampton University, with a aunt of mine who, is in her.
Who is how old?
And a young 50 as of last year.
Well, if that's true, then she look good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody look it up.
And my aunt told me, I remember Gizelle on campus. I said, okay. I ain't asked no question. So now you're gonna have me going back asking her.
Right, I'm about to Google it, y'all. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany ain't.
And her gizzard neck.
Now her neck do show her age. That's the only thing. But she's beautiful.
It's giving
not gizzard. Not gizzard.
It's giving collard greens.
Oh my God, Chrissy, she went to Hampton University, not Institute. Okay. Okay. Where
She
went to University?
She went to Hampton University.
Oh,
It
Lord.
wasn't an institute when she went.
All right, so people are looking. They said she is 50.
50. Exactly.
Okay.
So I know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I'm stressed because I
Well,
thought
she look
How old is
good. 'Cause
Karen,
I would
y'all?
say I would pick her for a good 47,
40 something.
48.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 47, 50. I mean, what's the difference?
Tiffany.
Oh.
I can't with y'all.
Woo! Let me tell y'all something. Y'all might want to come back every week because the read that these people are doing on the Real Housewives of Potomac, the reading that's going on the show is something else. But clearly, the read that is going on in here tonight.
I have no parts of. I have no parts
Me
of
either.
it.
Wow.
I will put my attorneys on the line.
I have no parts of it because if I meet these women, because I be out there in Potomac and I be out there. You know,
Where you be? Hold on. What you say? Where you be at, Kev?
I be
Potomac.
out there.
Yeah, Potomac.
You be
That's
in.
why I
When do
said.
you be in? Okay, we ain't even gonna get into. Get the land to y'all. Okay.
Oh, you got friends in Potomac?
No, I don't even know why y'all
At the
entertaining him right
Potomac
now.
Listen, don't pay attention to Erica. She don't know everything.
Kevin, so what part? Where you be at in Potomac?
I told you where.
Potomac Mills.
Where?
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go.
Potomac Mills is not in Potomac. I hate to tell you this.
You know
but
where
that's
the Shanes
Potomac.
is. Where the Shanes is.
Who?
Actually, that's Fredericksville, Virginia.
Fredericksburg, baby.
Bird. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
know-
You see how your
all I
legs
know-
go up and burn?
All I know is that they got a drive-through at their Shanes, which is something that I ain't never heard of before.
Look,
It's in
hey y'all.
Fredericksburg.
Somebody said in the comments, do y'all think Gizelle is first lady material? Well, her husband ain't the pastor material, so I mean,
Oh wow.
So that means they're a perfect couple. They want to
right, right,
They are the same person,
right.
and maybe that's why they can't work. Boom! Look at
Period.
You know what? Y'all, we need Real Housewives of Potomac to come on like a Friday so we can just really get into this the right way. You know, everybody get them a drink. Kevin, what was your drink tonight? I think Maurice even asked that.
It's gone now, but I just had a whiskey sour. It's gone
Okay.
now. Sorry.
Okay. Well, y'all know. Let us know if, we were supposed to do this yesterday, but life has been crazy for me.
Yes.
So we'll see if let us know in the comments. Should we keep it? Should we have it on Mondays or come in on here on Tuesdays to give y'all a chance to watch it? When we were doing
great. I think
Tuesday is good.
Mm-hmm. And guys, we were thinking about, we didn't even get to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So
I know, and I did watch that.
yes, me too.
Just for the strength of Johnny's. I have not watched Love and Hip Hop anything since, I promise you, it's probably been 4-5 years. So
I would say this, a lot of people, even from Potomac, Love and Hip Hop, a lot of people are growing with the brand. Like they're not the same people they were when we saw them maybe 5 seasons ago. And one person I just want to shout out from Love and Hip Hop is Erica Mena. Like I'm very like impressed.
She's completely different, ain't she?
Completely different.
Completely different.
I feel bad for her because Safari acting up and all that.
Well, no, I don't feel bad for her though.
I do. I feel bad for her. But
I don't
it's that I love a good growth in a person. Like I love
she got growth, but she knew what the hell she was doing. Like, open your damn eyes, bitch. Like, you ain't crazy now. I don't feel bad for her. But I love her. She's beautiful. Yeah. I'm glad that she's changed in such a positive way.
Right.
I think
it is unfortunate that she's going through what she's going through, but I don't feel bad for her because she knew,
I'm gonna have to get caught up. I can't even.
It's already Brandon. It's okay. It's only been 2 episodes. I will tell you that. Right. They are really trying to give you the authentic Love and Hip Hop because there is a young lady on there who is homegrown Atlanta. Like they were at her home. It wasn't a mansion. It was a regular house. She was she's a rapper. So I was like, okay, it's nice to see somebody.
She was like when she first came on the show.
She don't have a whole
girl y'all talking about because one of the new cast members is from Columbia. So y'all must be talking about the other girl.
Yeah, it's a young girl.
It's a young girl. I can't remember her name.
Amaretta or something. The real Amaretta. Yeah,
she was.
Yeah. That's the girl, and then the other girl, the one whose
her mother.
She's from Columbia, South Carolina. So I just had to shout.
Okay. Well, and she looked like she grew up with maybe a little bit of change, but this girl looked like she was giving you less struggle, and I could appreciate.
I'm sorry, what? I didn't hear you.
Less struggle. I appreciated that, but Erica Mena, I think her and Safari relationship.
What does the lay do? Does that make it better?
I mean, less struggle.
Is it what you saying? Less struggle?
Less struggle.
Less struggle.
Oh, okay.
Does that make it French? Does that make it French? Does that make it better? What's the lay is supposed to do?
Okay, the struggle, baby. The struggle. But
it makes it bougie.
Okay.
Bougie. I mean,
I'm just asking. That's all. I'm just asking.
It was a struggle, but I mean, it's all good. I just, hey, whatever. I think everybody should win. I love Young Jock. He's become a grown tail man. I like to see the Frost. I almost called them the Snows. The Frost. They they done came up because the last time I saw them, he was having that little side baby. So I mean, it was refreshing to see.
They need to get rid of them kids, though. They need to get rid of them kids working in that restaurant.
Yes, and
agreed. I feel like they will.
Mm-hmm.
I think Yandy was fantastic. She done gained her a little weight. I said, come on, plus size. Yandy was giving me like
she's from Howard. She's from Howard.
I was like, come on and give me a little belly.
I'm starting to like Yandy now.
I've always liked Yandy.
Yandy is fine. She's good. If anything, it's Young Jock's mama is weird.
What you talking about? Well, Mama D?
and his wife Bambi. I think she's like hot and cold.
Young Jock. That's not Young Jock. That's Scrappy.
Scrappy mama and Scrappy wife. Yeah.
Right.
I love Bambi. What's wrong with Bambi?
I love Mama D.
She makes the show what it is too.
Bambi is interesting. I just think she's interesting.
That's another thing. I feel like Bambi reminds me of somebody I went to school with.
Oh my god.
So yeah. I got a soft spot for Bambi.
I don't think she's doing it for clout. I think because people say the same thing about Portia too. Are you doing it for clout? I feel like they can relate to the situation, just like Yandy said. When they came and got Mandisi's, that could have been her. She could have been, Breonna Taylor. So I think that they can relate to it, and I don't think they're doing it for clout because you don't put your livelihood in jeopardy, for clout. They don't have anything to gain from what they're doing. Either way, they would still be on the show if they were doing.
They're getting a lot of notoriety. Maybe not, but they're getting a lot of likes and hits on their social medias.
I think it's for clout. I'm sorry.
You think they're being social advocates for clout?
I think it's for clout.
Here we go. What I tell y'all? Hey,
Okay, so if you say that, why do you say that?
Thank you, Johnny's. Come on.
I feel like, well, maybe not Yandy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
He backpedaling.
That is what you call reverse.
I'm gonna tell you why I think Portia's not doing it, because when she showed that picture of her doing it with her grandfather, it's in her blood. Some things is just in you. Like,
but
she's
just
been doing
because
it since
he
she
did
was
it
a
don't
kid.
mean she did it. She didn't even know the Underground Railroad was not.
But that don't mean you can't go out there and march and feel like something is wrong.
She's trying to right her wrongs now by doing that, but I still feel like it's for clout. It's what I feel. I feel like.
Are you saying she's doing it to redeem herself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She hit a rock bottom all-time low.
Yeah, for me, at least for me. Now.
Yeah, talking about the railroad. Yeah.
But that was like 10 seasons ago.
But I was like, girl, your grandfather, like, you can.
Her grandfather ain't had nothing to do with the Underground Railroad. That was slavery.
Well, her grandfather, because of that segment of education, she should have known that you cannot be the one on here who don't know that the Underground Railroad is not an actual railroad. It could have been anybody else in that cast, not your black ass, because on the strength of your grandfather.
So you think she getting arrested because she didn't know what the
Good night, I'm foul.
So you think she going through all that because she didn't know what the Underground Railroad was for these people on the street in the street?
I feel like she recognized that it was going to increase her followers and that it was going to make her look better. I definitely see that. Portia,
Lord have mercy. Listen, I
love Portia though.
Well, you know, hopefully,
I don't think she needs that storyline to be Portia. I don't think she needs that storyline. I think
Here we
you
go.
know.
We see each other.
Listen. Well, y'all have held in there. Hey, Saeva. Hey, boo. Listen, we have been on here for almost an hour and a half, cranking it out. Join us next week. But before that even happens, this upcoming Thursday, we will have Mr. Brandon, and we will have our first incognito guest, Sweet Tooth. On this next episode. I know y'all are like, huh? Yeah, we have an incognito guest. So if you ever want to come on the show and you don't want to show your face for whatever reason, I guess our show is so embarrassing. You don't want to tell who you really are, or your job is just of such importance.
We are not doing that.
Of such importance where you can't show your face.
Don't advertise that shit like the people can do that.
I mean, but this is exactly what it is. Because when they see the social media blitz, they're gonna be like, why she blacked out? But anywho, or why we not using her real name, you know?
They can figure it out.
But the people gonna better figure out who it is.
Yeah, they can figure it
out. So we have, if you're very close to, the group, you would know who it is. But that's if you're close to the group. If not, you're gonna be like, wait. But we are talking about, things that people are kind of scared of. What we call irregular fears. Irrational fears. Will that be the title? I don't know. We got to talk about it. But one of the fears is something you would never believe. The episode is hysterical. It is hysterical. Like, I have to push out the video portions of it. For example, Johnny's, one of her fears is spiders. Well, our incognito guest had the nerve to have a spider crawl up on her during the episode, so it got crazy on the episode. Okay, it got really, really crazy. So definitely check out the drop on Thursday on all podcast platforms, but definitely check out the episode and meet us back here next week when we address episode 2 of Real Housewives of Potomac. And then that will be episode 3 of Love and Hip Hop.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you
Check
for
us
having
out.
Thank you,
Anytime. Y'all have a great night.
Good night. Peace.
Bye.